Hull City versus Manchester United match preview, prediction, and predicted lineups. Manchester United are finally here. The 2026-27 Premier League season is about to begin, and for Michael Carrick, there is no gentle introduction. United's first league game of the season is away from home against newly promoted Hull City. Saturday, August 22nd, 12:30 p.m. UK time, the MKM Stadium. And United need to start this season with one thing in mind: 3 points. Because after everything that happened last season, after finishing third, after returning to the Champions League, and after all the changes Carrick has made to this squad, the first competitive game is where the real test begins. And I have a prediction. I think that Manchester United will win this game, but I'm not completely convinced they will keep a clean sheet. And that is the part of this match I find most interesting, because on paper, United should have more than enough attacking quality to hurt Hull. But Hull are not going into this game as a team expecting to lose. They've just been promoted. They won the Championship playoff final 1-0 against Middlesbrough to secure their return to the Premier League. And that changes the mentality of this game. Hull have nothing to fear. They are playing at home. The stadium should be loud. The players will be desperate to make an impression. And Manchester United are the biggest possible opponent to welcome back into the Premier League. So this is not a game where United can simply turn up and expect 3 points. They have to earn them. But before we get into the tactics, let's talk about the history, because the head-to-head record heavily favors Manchester United. In the last 5 completed meetings between these clubs, United have won twice, Hull have won once, and there have been 2 draws. The most recent meeting came in February 2017. Manchester United drew 0-0 with Hull at Old Trafford. Before that, Hull actually won 2-1 at home in the League Cup semi-final second leg. United had won the first leg 2-0. Then came another United victory in August 2016. Manchester United won 1-0 away at Hull. Before that, the two sides drew 0-0 in May 2015. And United won 3-0 at Old Trafford in November 2014. So the recent history tells us something interesting. United have generally had the upper hand, but Hull have shown before that they can make this fixture uncomfortable. And this time, Hull have something else: momentum. Their recent competitive form before promotion was excellent. They beat Middlesbrough in the playoff final. They beat Millwall away. They drew with Millwall at home. And they beat Norwich. They also won their most recent listed preseason match against Konyaspor. So I don't expect Hull to sit there and completely surrender. I expect them to attack this game, and that could actually help Manchester United, because United have players who can punish an opponent that leaves space. This is where I think the attacking side of Carrick's team becomes extremely important. United have Bruno Fernandes, they have Matheus Cunha, they have Bryan Mbeumo, they have Diallo, and they have Youri, Tielemans, and Andrey Santos providing additional midfield options. That is a very different Manchester United from the one we saw struggling for consistency in previous seasons. And Carrick has already shown that he wants a team capable of controlling matches rather than simply reacting to them. The biggest question is how he lines them up. My predicted formation is a 4-2-3-1. In goal, Tielemans at right back, Diogo Dalot left back, Luke Shaw at center back, Harry Maguire, and Lenny Yoro. In midfield, Andrey Santos alongside Youri Tielemans, then Bruno Fernandes playing ahead of them, Diallo on the right, Matheus Cunha on the left, and Bryan Mbeumo through the middle. That is my predicted Manchester United lineup, and there is one major reason I'm particularly interested in the midfield: Tielemans and Santos, because if those two can control the game, Bruno gets more freedom, and when Bruno gets more freedom, United become much more dangerous. There are still selection uncertainties, though. Manchester United have several players dealing with fitness issues ahead of the opener, including Matthijs de Ligt, Manuel Ugarte, Kobbie Mainoo, Lisandro Martinez, and Benjamin Sesko, while Mason Mount has also been a doubt. That means Carrick has decisions to make, and some of those decisions may not be completely obvious until the final team news. But one thing is clear: United have enough attacking options to cause Hull serious problems, and that's why I think United will score. Actually, I think they could score comfortably, because Hull's biggest problem could be what happens when United start moving the ball quickly around their defensive block. Bruno can find pockets, Mbeumo can attack space, Cunha can carry the ball, Ahmad can isolate defenders, and Tielemans can help United progress the ball from deeper positions. If those players click, Hull are going to have problems, but now we get to the question I really want to answer. Can Manchester United keep a clean sheet? Honestly, I'm not convinced. And this is where I'm deliberately going against the obvious prediction. Everyone looks at the two clubs and immediately thinks United should dominate. But opening day football can be unpredictable. Hull will have the home crowd behind them. They will be playing with the energy that comes with promotion. And United's defensive chemistry is still something Carrick needs to develop. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hull score. That doesn't mean I think Hull will win. It means I think United's attack is more trustworthy than their defense right now. And that gives me my score prediction. Hull City 1, Manchester United 3. That's my prediction. 3 goals for United, 1 for Hull, and 3 points coming back to Manchester. But there is another reason this game matters. This isn't just about winning the first match. It's about the way United win it. Because last season, United finished 3rd and earned Champions League football. Now the expectations are higher. The objective cannot simply be to survive difficult matches. United have to start behaving like a team that expects to compete near the top, and that means beating teams they are expected to beat. Hull City are newly promoted. United should be favorites. There's no point pretending otherwise, but being favorites means nothing once the whistle goes. United have to prove the difference on the pitch, and I want to see 3 things. First, control. I want United to control the midfield. I want Tielemans and Santos to give Bruno the platform to influence the game. Second, intensity. I don't want United slowly growing into the match. I want them aggressive from the beginning. And third, defensive discipline. Because if United score 2 or 3 goals but concede cheap chances, that becomes a warning sign, especially with Champions League football coming later. The opening fixture is also the beginning of a difficult run. After Hull, United face Ipswich at Old Trafford, then Everton away, and then Manchester City at Old Trafford. So this first game matters. Not because the season will be decided in August, it won't, but because momentum matters, confidence matters, and establishing standards matters. United cannot afford to give Hull encouragement. If they score first, the entire game changes. The crowd gets louder, Hull become more confident. United start chasing, and suddenly a match that should have been controlled becomes difficult. So my biggest warning to Carrick is simple. Score first. Take control. Don't allow Hull to believe they can win this, because if United get the first goal, I think the game opens up, and that's where I expect United's quality to take over. Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, those players can hurt Hull, and if Tielemans and Santos control possession, United should create enough chances to win. So let's put everything together. The date is August 22nd, 2026. The kickoff is 12:30 p.m. UK time. Hull City against Manchester United, the first Premier League game of Carrick's first full season in charge. United are the favorites. The historical head-to-head record is strongly in their favor. Hull are coming into the Premier League with confidence after winning promotion. United have more individual quality, but the opening day atmosphere could make this more difficult than the league table suggests. My predicted lineup is Lamens, Dalot, Youri, Maguire, Shaw, Santos, Tielemans, Ahmad, Bruno, Cunha, and Mbeumo. And my prediction is Hull City 1, Manchester United 3. I think United will score. I think they will create enough chances to win. I think Bruno will have a major influence, and I think Mbeumo could be one of the players Hull struggle to contain. But I am not predicting a clean sheet. That's the part I'm watching most closely, because if United can attack like I expect and defend with the discipline they need, then this could be a very comfortable afternoon. But if they give Hull cheap opportunities, then we could have a much more complicated opening day. Either way, the wait is almost over. The Premier League is back. Michael Carrick's Manchester United are back. And on August 22nd, we finally find out what this team looks like when the points actually matter. My prediction? United win. 3 points in the bag. And hopefully, the beginning of something much bigger.